Interesting little facts about working as a visual merchandiser at Primark. Experience as working as a visual merchandiser at Primark was very taxing on the mind, the body, the soul. The interview that I had at Primark for visual merchandising was about triple the length of time that it took me to actually interview for the job that I first had at Primark, which was to work on the kids department folding clothes. Any other normal interview, you start the interview by having a sit down interview with questions. Like in any other interview, you basically just have to sell yourself to the company. So being a visual merchandiser is all about making sure the store looks good. It took me downstairs and I had to dress a mannequin based on a customer profile that they gave me. A woman in her 20s to 30s age range, and the time period was in autumn. After I put my look together, they actually invited all of the other visual merchandisers to come. Visual merchandising work that is done in Primark is done before opening hours, so the shift pattern would usually start at 6 a.m. This interview took place at 7 a.m. When I tell you I was not expecting that interview process to be so long, it was painful. But my shift patterns would always start at 6 a.m. I know this is different for every single Primark, but for my Primark personally, I worked in one in Wales. My shift patterns would always start at 6 a.m, meaning that I would have to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. And the way that the shift patterns worked, they never let you have 2 days off in a row and you could not work a Saturday. So my shift would be 1 day off in the week and then always a Saturday off. And this actually ended up being one of the main reasons which I left, because I did enjoy the job. Not so much the team. I wasn't a fan of some of the people that I was working with. Overall, it was the shift patterns that ended up making me leave, because when you put it into context in your daily life, Tuesday I would have worked 6 a.m. till a 6 till 3 shift or a 6 till 2 shift. I've forgotten. I think it was 6 till 3. Tuesday evening would have been my night off work, but I wouldn't be doing anything on the Tuesday evening because I was so tired from waking up at 5 a.m. that morning. And once I'd recovered on that night off, I'd have to be back up at 5 a.m. the next day. And for me, that is a big no-go. I feel like I've really rambled on that point. Majority of the time, if not all of the time, you are given a strict brief to follow, because they're like every single store in the area or in the UK to be the same, and their windows to be the same as well. So you don't really get free reign to be creative. Instead of just trusting the vision of the visual merchandiser, you'd have to go through managers who their job wasn't even anything to do with being visual. Their job was to grow sales and to make sure that stock was out within their departments. But every single manager in that shop became a fucking self-proclaimed visual merchandiser and had an opinion on what you should be doing. When there's too many cooks in the kitchen, no good work is going to be made, and I saw that firsthand. But there is so much more to visual merchandising, especially at Primark, that I obviously haven't gone through in this video. So if you would like to know more fun facts about visual merchandising or working at Primark in general, hit follow and let me know.